My name is Tobias Cummins. I study liberal arts and sciences at Tilburg University, and now I'm an account planner at Byte London, which is an advertising agency in London. I work specifically on Spotify. I guess I do a bit of the strategy, the marketing strategy, and client relationship management.
My PhD project focuses on the way in which expertise about bipolar disorder is enacted on French and American online platforms. You struggle with words, you struggle with what you already know, and you struggle to make it clear for someone else, to make it interesting for someone else, to actually be able to communicate your passion for what it is that you discovered for another person.
When people ask me what I do in my daily job, I say I help migrants to come to the Netherlands. Specifically migrants that have been invited by the Dutch government or family members that have received permission from the Dutch immigration authorities to come.
I view myself as a person with many passions. I love writing, I love cooking, so it's very difficult to combine everything at one job. But all the projects that we do, they also entail a lot of writing and creative work. I also started to get more into design, which I never did before, and I'm discovering things that I like as well outside of what I thought that I'm good at.
Kind of meet with the client and chat about how we would position it, the messaging behind it, and then we kind of just construct the campaign, do all the production, so whether it's filming of videos or whether it's kind of visuals that we have to design, we do all the production and then we launch the campaign.
A regular day at the office for me would be being on the phone a lot with colleagues all over the world, basically. I talk to migrants who have questions about procedures. Sometimes I do go myself to the airport to see the actual reunification, and that can be very emotional, very intense.
I moved to Tilburg from Poland when I was 19 years old to study liberal arts and sciences. The combination of different disciplines, even within one course, was ingenious. For example, we had a course that was combining neurobiology with philosophy of the mind to combine learning about the brain and its physical functions and the philosophy of the mind. That was just great.
Liberal arts at Tilburg helps you to kind of like focus in on one area, but not necessarily on one subject throughout the course of that 3 years. So it's kind of like you start really broad and then you kind of have this kind of pyramid structure where you end on like social sciences or humanities or business or whatever the case may be.
I think becoming a PhD candidate involves not only having already a sound academic knowledge, that's obviously very important, but I think it's also a question of having particular, how should I say, character traits, and that is something that was, for instance, very much developed during my bachelor's years. So being curious, being open-minded, learning to work in a team, that you're not alone out there in the world and this tiny little knowledge that you manage to get your hands on belongs only to you and you shouldn't share it or you shouldn't ask for someone else's advice. And also being able to work well under pressure in a very competitive environment, which again was something that I learned during liberal arts and sciences.
I would say the main thing that liberal arts and sciences brought me was being able to approach an idea or a concept from different angles. You can think about it from a legal perspective, from an economical perspective, philosophical. And I would say that's what prepared me to continue with my masters, and the combination of those two, I think, laid a very good foundation for my job here.
My liberal arts education prepared me to work at Elsevier in a way that I was always working with people from different countries. And definitely working at Elsevier, a multicultural organization, a company, that is really helpful.
I would definitely say get experience through internships. Know your languages. Working in an international environment, of course, it's important to be able to communicate. English and French are the main languages, but of course it helps a lot if you speak the other official Arabic, Spanish, Russian, Chinese. That helps a lot as well.
Do some internships, like you have summers, you have Christmas holidays, you have time. And trust me, you have a lot of time when you're studying. It may not seem like that at the time, but when you look back at it, there's so much time. So make use of that. Like, go out there and try to get a little internship. Ask your professors in the areas that you think you might be interested in, who they might know. You'll be surprised, like how, especially at liberal arts and sciences, how helpful they'll be in getting you there. Like, the opportunities are all there. Just kind of, you have to approach them correctly, I think.